actually bring Mr. King, the client, in, it's important that I actually sanitize the entire bed. As per COVID protocol. Sanitize the sink area as well too. So basically we do a lot of sanitization around. Then I will then wash my hands. I will also take off my watch and my rings because you don't want to be scratching or hurting the client. So now I will take the sanitization bottle out. I will then bring the paper, so when Mr. King comes on, you know, he will be lying on paper. Great. Hello, good evening, Miss King. How are you doing?
Great, thank you.
Great, great. You're actually early for your appointment, but I will get you to complete this COVID screen for me, please.
Okay.
Sanitize your hands, yes? And the pen's already sanitized.
Okay, sounds good.
Awesome, thank you very much. I will just take your temperature.
Okay.
32.4. Okay. Awesome. So now that you've completed that's right, can I get you to just complete the health history, just sign it for me, date it,
Okay.
and then I will take you into the room and just ask you questions that you, awesome, good. Work in room B, so I will get you to sit up here for me. Okay, so I'm just looking at the questionnaire. When was your last medical visit?
About a year ago.
A year ago. Okay, your blood pressure. Do you take medication for your blood pressure?
No, I don't.
No? So it's controlled.
Yes.
Any allergies?
No.
Okay. All right, great. So what brings you here today?
Just felt a little bit, I guess, a lot of work and stress. I just wanted to relieve it.
Okay, so like where are we working on?
Shoulders.
Shoulders. And neck?
Primarily.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Well, my name is Janice Gordon and I'm going to be a therapist today.
Okay.
And I would be working on your entire body.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be doing reflexology massage. So I will get you to lie on the bed face down.
Mm-hmm.
So you're lying in a prone position. And then I would work on the back and the... Do you want your legs and your feet to be worked on or just the upper body?
Just the upper body.
Just the upper body. Okay, all right, that's fine. So we'll focus more on the upper body, the rhomboid, the trapezius. We'll work on the scalenes as well too.
Okay.
Then I'll get you to turn over. Then I'll also work on the upper bit and the neck as well too.
Sounds good.
Okay, any questions for me?
No, sounds
Okay,
good.
you want to come with me?
Sure.
We'll go into the treatment
Thank
area.
you.
Okay, so what I will do, I will get you to take off your top for me. You will put that over right? Take off your bra, then you lie on your stomach.
Okay.
So what I will do, I will prepare the table
Okay.
wherein you're able to breathe.
Okay.
So I'll just take that out.
So I keep my pants on.
You keep your pants on because we're just working on the
Okay.
upper body today,
Okay.
correct?
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
All right. So I'll put that in there. The bed is already sanitized.
Okay.
Everything's already sanitized. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay. Have you had a massage, reflexology massage before?
No, I haven't.
This is your first time?
Yes, it is.
Awesome, great. You would love it.
Looking
Okay.
forward to it.
So I would leave the room
Okay.
and then I'll come back in 2 minutes.
Okay.
All right. Do you want any help in terms of?
I'm good.
Okay. Some of the benefits of the reflexology massage as well, just to help with stimulation, helps with circulation, overall well-being as well to any stresses, because you said you seem
Yeah.
as though you take it a
A lot of
lot
work
up
on
in
the
your
computer,
shoulders
yeah.
and the trapezius as
Yeah.
well too.
Mhm.
So I will be working on that. After the massage, sometimes you feel a little lightheaded or dizzy, and that's understandable
Okay.
because of the pressure. I would also like for you to tell me how deep I am going
Okay.
so that I can modify the treatment for you.
Okay.
If there are any issues that I feel that you probably may need to go to a chiropractor,
Mhm.
I will do so in
Okay.
my notation,
Okay.
and then I will give you a note to actually go and see a chiropractor.
Sounds good.
Any questions to me?
I'm ready.
Awesome, great.
Thank
So I'll
you.
be back in 2 minutes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Hey, Miss King. Very good. So I'm just gonna put some pressure. Where's my pressure this way? The purpose of the compression is just preparing the tissues, warming it up. How's my pressure? Okay. I'll just get you to lose that out a bit for me, please. Awesome. Great. So I will secure it in there and then any pain down here?
No,
So it's just more.
it's more up there, but I do realize that now when I sit on the chair, I always have to have something like a pillow on my waist or back area.
Down here?
I guess just for like a buffer. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, that smells good.
Let me know if there's too much pressure. Okay. I'm just applying the oil on her back, warm it up a bit in my hands so it's not as cold. So now I'm going to start with the Effleurage. Put the light on. Should have gotten my spa music on. So I'm going to start with Effleurage. Do a sweep. Pick up the trapezius and to the neck. Do a circle of the occipital. Again, effleurage. Every technique or movement that you do, they're always in 3 dimensions. Up, you pick it up, right to the occipital, and you do a little bit of circular movement. Turn, effleurage technique. Start off light, then you go deep to the deltoid area of the arms, up, trapezius, right to the occipital. So then we're going to go over the scapula. Then we go to the other side. Then I'm going to go now and do some C scooping. C scooping of the entire back. How is my pressure?
That's good.
Then we're going to do some ringing from one side to the other in slow motion. Starting off light and you're going deep. So as you go back down, descend. This is your second ringing motion or technique. So this is the third one. As you moving towards the neck area. You do some C scooping at the shoulder area. Here is where most people tend to hold the stressors and the knots. And then I just do some kneading in that area. Right up to the scalenes. Light pressure at the scalenes. We pick that up again. And we do the shoulders. So what I will do, I will just sort of twist the bed so I can get a good angle of our shoulders. Sorry. How is my pressure, Desiree?
That's perfect.
And I'm going to work around the carpal tunnel area. Do a bit of circular because Desiree sits a lot on the computer. And the palm of the hands here, this is the abdomen. Can you feel those stretch, Desiree?
Oh yeah.
I'm just doing some compression on the fingers. How's the pressure?
Perfect. That's good.
So we're gonna go on the other side of the body. So I'm gonna be doing some C-scooping. Around the scapular area. Then now we're gonna do some ringing. So we're starting from the bottom in slow motion. This is called a ringing technique. So this is going to be our third one. You have to check in with the client just to make sure that the pressure is good. How is the pressure? That's right.
I'm taking me from my sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, that feels great.
Mhm. I intend to do the arm in segments, do the upper bit, and then move down to the other half just below the medial epicondyle. So we're going to do a bit of C-scooping here. We do some ringing. Because as I said, Desiree does a lot of computer work. So she needs to get that circulation going in her hands. We're trying to eradicate any hypertonicity, which is tightness or ball. I'm just doing some squeezing, which is some compression onto the finger. Do a little bit of stretching. Can you feel the stretch?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm gonna apply some hot hydrotherapy on her back. Can you take this, Desiree?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, that's
Mm-hmm. out. You have to be very careful when you're taking it out. You either use a tongue. If I was wearing gloves, then it wouldn't have penetrated. The heat would not have penetrated so deeply. So it's advisable that you use the gloves or you use a tongue to take the towel out. This is to prevent any burning of the skin. So now I'm going to sit down and work on Desiree's neck. How are you feeling, Desiree?
I feel great.
Can you feel that knot?
Yeah. I
Mhm.
was wondering you felt it.
Especially when you apply the heat, so the heat brings it up to the surface. So that's why you do all over, and then you come to the just above the scapula. Is it painful?
No, it feels good.
Uh-huh. You have more on this side than the other side.
Is that because I'm right-handed or no?
Could be, yes, exactly. Yep. Because you use your right hands a lot. Because that's your dominant hand. So you tend to run your shoulders off as well too, correct? Yeah. So try to sit down.
Proper posture.
Your posture is very important. So you sit down in an erect. I'm just doing some gliding just over the shoulder, above the scapula, and the rotator cuff, which is the upper part of the shoulders. We're doing at the posterior side of the scalenes. When I turn her over, I will do the anterior part of the scalenes, which is the side of the neck. The vein that protrudes at the side is what we call the scalenes. It's the deltoid area, in the back of the triceps. Just doing a wide sweeping over the scapula, getting the shoulders between the thumb. You're applying pressure. So we're going down deep as we get down to the sciatic area. Swipe. Pick the neck up to the occipital. And so we're gonna now do the stroking. is the, it's hard down here.
That feels good.
Yeah, because this is the lateral epicondylis. Down here is where you use
Right.
the flex to comb your hair, to drink a cup of tea, to put on your clothes.
Okay.
And we all get tightness down here, and that's because you don't stretch it.
Any attention to it.
Yes. Fork. So basically this is, you fork the finger, squeeze, and you pull. Fork, squeeze, pull. Fork, squeeze, pull. Fork, squeeze, pull. Fork, squeeze, and pull. What this does, as we age, our bones deplete. So to eliminate the fingers coming into this position, you want to keep it straight. Hence the reason when you're looking at TV, you're talking, any time that you have for yourself, just do that. And here is the tenor eminence, so we just apply some pressure. How is this?
That's good.
And do some traction, some oscillation, so as to get the synovial fluid back into the joints. So we'll do the other hands. I'll just get you to take your hands out for me, that's right. Thank you. This is the deltoid area. Lateral epicondyle. The carpal tunnel. So they all work together. Fork, and then we pull. Fork, squeeze, and you pull. Fork, squeeze, pull. Fork, squeeze, pull. Fork, squeeze, pull. And then we get into try to just do some, pardon me, some circular motion around the carpal tunnel. This is our abdomen. I'm just gonna stretch this way for a little bit. Can you feel the stretch, Desiree? Some traction, scalation. Okay, so now we're going to work on Desiree's upper part of the neck. So Desiree, I am going to carry you. You don't help me.
Okay.
Let me do it, because if you help me, then it defeats the purpose. Then you don't get the benefit.
Okay.
Okay? So I'm going to carry your head. massaging at the back of the cervical, which is the C7 area, taking it right up behind to the occipital. And there's where our archives is, where we store everything basically that we're thinking. So sometimes it's just good to do a little bit of circular motion. So what I'm going to be doing here between the C7, which is the cervical, I am going to be running my middle finger right along adjacent to the C7, compressing at the same time right up to the occipital, and I'm doing a circular motion. I'm going to go back again. So I've got this neck and head in my hands, and I have to protect that, because if you don't, then you can create injuries. So it's always good to clasp your hands. So in the event that you may have some weakness or what have you, you have her supported in the palm of your hands, in the clasp hand. And again, I've got my 2 middle fingers just adjacent to the C7, and I'm just gliding it up with compression, and I'm doing a circular motion at the occipital. Now I'm going to hold the head and I'm going to turn it sideways, and here is where I'll be working on the scalenes. So you just hug the neck, stabilizing it with one hand, and you're just doing circular motion. This is very delicate, so we don't apply pressure in this area. If anyone said to apply pressure, they will be hurting you and be creating more damage. So you do not apply pressure in the scalenes or the neck area. So it's just the thumb finger going around in 3 circular movement. And we get her neutral. So what I'll be doing now, I'll be hugging the chin, because I'll be doing traction. I'll be hugging the chin, pulling it, hold it, then you release. Again, you hug the chin, you pull it towards you, you hold it for a second, and then you release. That is, the purpose of that is to enable the synovial fluid to go through the joints, because I've been doing a lot of traction, I've been doing a lot of manipulating of the tissues. So now we want the fluid to go in through all the joints and the creases. Again, hug the chin, pull, release, pull, release. So now I'm going to put her head back gently down. So now I'm going to work on the forehead. So you just use the thumb finger and you apply pressure right to the temple, and you just do a little bit of circular. 2, 3. Again, pressure. You use the pinky finger. This is called the erasing technique. So it's just light stroke that you're doing above on the forehead. This is very soothing and relaxing. So now we're going to use the second finger towards the nostril area. So I'm going to do some circular movement right up into the eyes, perforate, release, slide, circular movement to the temple. Again, 1, 2, 3, then we're sliding right up. The socket of the eye, you just do a little bit of compression. Glide down by the temple, and 3 circular movements. So we have 1 more to go. 1, 2, 3. Everything is always 3 dimensions. of the eye in, glide at the temple. So now the jawbone, we're just gonna do an imprint on the jawbone. That's what we're doing, an imprint on the jawbone. Then we just do some circular motion. And this is the zygomatic muscle. So I'm going to be using the thumb just to glide down the zygomatic. Applying a little bit of pressure. And then now we're going to be teasing the face, or teasing the tissue. We're going to plump. Finger striking technique. Right over to the forehead. Then I'm going to get a hot towel and then apply it on her forehead. Just apply some pressure. How is that, Desiree? I'll do another one, another compression. So I'm just going to swipe the forehead. You clasp your hands as if you're saying your prayers, but you're gliding down slowly. This is also a very soothing technique. Then you go to the temple, you compress, and circular movements again. How is the pressure, Desiree?
That's good.
Okay, Mrs. King, this completes your session.
Okay.
How was it?
Excellent.
Awesome, great.